Russia maintains the most formidable nuclear arsenal on Earth, a core element of its strategic doctrine and global power status. With over 5,800 nuclear warheads and a complete nuclear triad, Moscow holds the capability to inflict catastrophic damage anywhere on the planet. But in a hypothetical all-out war, where the United States and its allies are forced to completely destroy Russia's nuclear forces, modern technology, superior intelligence, and military might make that objective theoretically achievable, though with immense risk. If a single warhead can end a city, imagine what a single cyber attack can do to your life. Your data, location, and identity are constantly exposed. And in a crisis, that makes you vulnerable. That's why I use NordVPN. It encrypts your connection, hides your location, and protects you from surveillance, even during digital blackouts or censorship. In a world where systems can collapse in minutes, your digital security should never be a weak point. Get NordVPN now, with a special discount and 30-day money-back guarantee. Click the link below. Stay safe, stay private, before it's too late. Russia's nuclear triad is composed of land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, or SLBMs, and long-range bombers armed with nuclear cruise missiles. The land-based component includes silo-based systems such as the RS-28 Sarmat and mobile ICBMs like the Topol-M and RS-24 Yars. These are deployed across known missile fields in regions such as Kozelsk, Tatashevo, and Dombarovsky. The sea-based deterrent consists of Bore-class ballistic missile submarines, each carrying up to 16 RSM-56 Bulava SLBMs. These submarines patrol the Arctic, Pacific, and Barents Sea, operating from bastions near bases like Gadzhievo and Vilyuchinsk. The air-based leg involves Tu-95MS and Tu-160 strategic bombers, which can launch Kh-102 nuclear cruise missiles from deep within Russian airspace. With around 1,600 warheads ready to launch and thousands more in reserve or storage, this threat is immense, but not indestructible. Destroying Russia's nuclear arsenal would require a devastating first strike, designed to eliminate key components of the triad before they could be activated. The most accessible and vulnerable targets are the fixed ICBM silos. These can be struck by submarine-launched Trident II D5 missiles, each equipped with multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs, capable of hitting multiple silos in a single volley. U.S. Air Force stealth bombers like the B-2 or the upcoming B-21 Raider could penetrate Russian airspace and drop GBU-57AB massive ordnance penetrator bombs, powerful enough to destroy deeply buried missile bunkers. Mobile launchers, such as the Yars and Topol-M, present a greater challenge due to their mobility, but satellite and drone surveillance make them trackable. Once located, they could be destroyed using hypersonic missiles such as the AGM-138A Arrow, or tactical nuclear strikes delivered by stealth fighters such as the F-35 or the F-15EX. Russia's long-range bombers, including the Tu-160 Blackjack and Tu-95MS Bear, are critical to its nuclear delivery capability. These bombers are capable of launching long-range cruise missiles like the Kh-102 from deep within Russian airspace, making them a vital part of the Kremlin's second strike doctrine. However, they're also highly vulnerable while parked on the ground. Recent events have already demonstrated that even heavily guarded air bases are not immune. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces carried out successful sabotage missions deep inside Russian territory, destroying multiple strategic bombers parked at Engels and Solsky air bases. These operations used an ingenious method. FPV or first-person view kamikaze drones, disassembled and smuggled inside truck trailers, were secretly assembled near the target area. The trailers themselves acted as mobile launch pads, allowing the drones to strike their targets from close range while avoiding radar detection. These attacks showcase that even Russia's most prized nuclear delivery platforms could be taken out with low-cost, high-ingenuity tactics. Strategic airbases across Russia, Engels, Olenya, Ukrainka, and Tchaikovka, would be struck simultaneously using long-range cruise missiles like the AGM-158 JASSM-ER, stealth bombers, and covert drone assaults. Runways, fuel depots, aircraft shelters, and command infrastructure would be systematically destroyed. Western stealth fighters, such as the F-22 and F-35, would ensure air superiority, intercepting any bombers that managed to take off before they reach cruise missile launch range. The destruction of the strategic bomber fleet, already shown to be possible by unconventional means, would eliminate 1/3 of the Russian nuclear triad in the first hours of war. Russia's nuclear submarines are the most survivable leg of its triad. Boré-class SSBNs, each capable of launching dozens of SLBMs, operate beneath Arctic ice or in bastion zones guarded by the Russian Navy. But the U.S. Navy's advanced anti-submarine warfare capabilities are designed for exactly this challenge. Attack submarines, like the Seawolf class and the Virginia class, would shadow and intercept Russian SSBNs at sea. Maritime patrol aircraft, such as the P-8A Poseidon, equipped with sonobuoys and torpedoes, would blanket strategic zones near Russian naval bases. Pre-positioned underwater drones and undersea sensor networks in key choke points like the GIUK Gap, Greenland, Iceland, UK, could alert U.S. forces to submarine movement. If coordinated properly, this network could eliminate Russian SSBNs before they ever leave safe waters. Even with a perfect first strike, it's plausible that a handful of Russian missiles or bombers might survive and launch a retaliatory strike. To deal with this, the U.S. relies on layered missile defense systems. The Ground-Based Midcourse Defense, or GMD system, with interceptors stationed in Alaska and California, is designed to destroy ICBMs during their mid-course flight through space. Meanwhile, U.S. Navy Aegis-equipped destroyers armed with SM-3 interceptors patrol the oceans, ready to shoot down ballistic threats. THAAD, or Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, and Patriot PAC-3 systems protect key cities and bases from terminal phase threats. Though not impenetrable, these systems offer an effective shield against limited nuclear retaliation, especially after most of the Russian arsenal has already been destroyed. A final phase of this campaign would involve removing the individuals and infrastructure that give the nuclear arsenal its power: Russia's leadership. The President, Minister of Defense, General Staff, and key strategic force commanders are essential to the authorization and execution of any nuclear launch. Cruise missile strikes could target government bunkers in and around the Kremlin. Advanced intelligence assets would locate mobile command centers or secure shelters. Special operations forces, coordinated with airstrikes and cyber disruption, could physically eliminate or isolate the decision makers, preventing any remaining launch orders from being issued. Without leadership, communications, or access to launch codes, the remaining fragments of the Russian nuclear arsenal would become inert.